Good morning, guys. Hi, Satya and Sushant. Your name? Tanur. Okay. Hi, good morning, all. I hope my voice is clear, right? You are able to hear me? Satya, Sushant, you guys able to hear me? You can unmute yourself and confirm me. Okay. Thank you. Okay, let's start with. Uh, so, yeah. So you know already. So my name is Durga, and I'm having total around 12 years of experience into testing. Okay, so today we are going to start with the software testing course, correct? So you have joined for the software testing course, right? So anything you know about the software testing course, like like what is the things you motivated, like you are joining for the software testing? Because we have other courses in the market, like we have different development related courses, full stack related courses, Python related courses, AI related courses are there. Okay, and testing. Okay, okay, fine. So coming to testing, so we have two main advantages over the testing course. Okay, so let me tell you the first advantage. So compared to other courses, it will be having less complexity. So if you have the non-IT background, you don't have any IT background, so you are completely into non-IT, then also you can able to apt for testing and you can able to survive in the software IT industry. So you have zero coding skills, but it is the mediator to jump into the software industry. So that is the main advantage of the software testing. It is like a bridge between the non-IT to IT people. So even with any point of view, like if the IT peoples are there, if they are not that much confident about the coding skills, so then that time also they can able to go with a minimal amount of CoreJava skills, and they can able to go with the automation testing by writing simple coding only. So no need of stress and no need of complex coding and all. So simple way of writing is necessary for writing the automation scripts also. So with minimal amount of coding skills and with minimal amount of complexity, we can able to survive in the software test. So everyone can able to understand, and main thing is it will be completed within 2 months of duration. You can able to understand how testing will be done in the companies. So it's like a less duration. If you consider any course, if you take the Java, it will take six months, but it will prolong to 1 year kind of thing. So if you take any AI kind of courses, also it will be taking 6 months. Finally, we are targeting for the package. Anyone is searching for a job with a good package only. So if you have added your automation skills, we are getting equivalent package with the developers. So why need to take other courses compared to this testing course? Correct. So we are getting sometimes compared to developers, if you have having the good automation testing experience, you will be getting more than development packages also, because in any company without doing software testing, so no one can able to send their application to the customer side. So that's why testing is main important perspective in the software industry. Okay, so this is the advantage of the software testing. Okay, so you chosen the correct thing. So you need to learn how the testing should be done and how you need to understand the concept to do the testing. Okay, so I said like I have 12 years. So whatever I have learned in this particular duration, so I'll try to simplify and I'll try to explain the methodologies how to do the testing in a simpler way, so that you can able to understand very clearly. That is the concept of this 2 months of duration. Okay. So in this demo, I'll explain what is software testing and what are the content we are going to cover will be covered in the demo session. Okay. So first I will explain what is software and what is self-testing. Okay, which means you are doing testing on a software. So you know any software, like what is the software you are using in the current market? You will use lot of software. So with your understanding, what is the software you are using? Any one software example from Satya or Sushant or Anu? So any software
Software is a
example
set of
which you are
tools.
using in your real time? Yuvraj, hi Yuvraj. So we have two guys join. Yes, Sushant, you are saying something?
Software is a set of rules and tasks.
Prashant, you are not audible, I think. Can anyone other people speak? Okay. So any software, Tanusha, from your side? Yeah, so all AIs are the softwares only. Okay, you are using Amazon, that is the software. You are using WhatsApp, that is the software. You join through Zoom link. So whoever online folks has been joined, they have joined through this particular online link. The Zoom itself is a software. It's an application for the meetings, calls, and all these things. Okay, so software is nothing but, in a simple sentence I would say, software is nothing but set of executable programs is what I am calling it as a software. Okay, set of executable programs. So who will write these programs? Development team. So this programs has been written correctly. This program output is giving whatever the customer is expecting. That is what you will be verifying by doing the testing. Okay, so set of executable programs itself I am calling it as a software. So I will consider two types of softwares actually. Okay, one I will take it as a system software. Two categories I'll explain, not that much needed, but I'll explain the overall how the software is there in the market. Second, application softwares. Let's consider these two categories for our testing point of view. Okay, coming to system software, what the system softwares will do. Okay, for example, if you have purchased your laptop, Dell or HP, whatever the laptop, or you can take the example of mobile, you purchase the Android mobile. Inbuilt, what you will get in your laptop, inbuilt, the operating systems will be came by default. So all operating systems will comes under the system software. It's like a one time installation, you are using it for the long time. Okay, coming to your Android, so Android also is having on Android related operating system. There will be a version number, there will be a name, pi, oreo, ps2, so different version names are there. So operating system is the one which will be having inbuilt in your system applications. Okay, or let's say for example you wanted to use Word documentation, without having Microsoft key you can't able to access it. It will every time ask for the login, which means your MS Office is also a one of the programmable software application which you are installing in your system. Okay, let's say for example you wanted to connect any printer or scanner devices to your computer. For the first time it won't support. You need to install some supporting drivers, some softwares you need to install, that is related to the driver related softwares you need to install to support that external things actually. Okay, these are will comes under the system software. These are like one time thing you will do and you will use for the long time. Okay, so coming to application softwares, where the customer using multiple tasking on daily basis, that is what I am considering it as a application software. That is what the current market is using. Okay, so what are the multiple tasks you will do? So coming to application software, I'll consider into three categories. Okay, so application softwares will be used by the customers in as a websites, or they might be used as a window based applications, or they might be used it as a mobile based applications. Okay, three categories I have written for the application softwares. Okay, one application but three different platforms. Okay, so if you wanted to join with this Zoom meeting, if you consider this Zoom, how I have joined this Zoom meeting? So I have accessed is a website application. I have opened one browser and then I have accessed this application as a, can't see screen. Okay, you are able to see it now, right? Okay, thank you, sorry. Thanks for asking. Okay, so coming to, so this one I said. Okay, system softwares I just written with respect to software. Coming to application software, you can do multiple tasking as I said. Websites, Windows, mobile. Three different platforms we have. So if you consider this particular Zoom, so the Zoom I am accessing it as a website. So if you are opening any URL on your browser, it can be a Chrome, it can be a Firefox, or it can be Edge. If you are accessing any applications into this particular web browsers, we are calling it as a website. The Zoom is a website application. Okay. So coming to Zoom, the Zoom application I have as an app also. If I want, I can join this meeting through my Windows application. So this Zoom is my Windows application. I can join through Windows. Okay. So I can enter this. I can enter my ID of this particular joining of meeting, and I can able to join it. So this is my Windows app. Whatever it is available on your Windows computer, that is what we are considering it as a Windows application. But someone, maybe the online folks, maybe they have joined through mobile. How many are joined with the mobile application, the Zoom? Anyone is there? Anyone is joined through mobile? So that time I can consider that as a mobile application. So now that Zoom, the customer is using it as a mobile application. One application, three different platforms. It is not mandatory to every application should be having three application, but most of the product based applications will be available in the all three applications. If you consider Amazon, you can access it as a website and it will be available in your mobile app. Okay. If you take the WhatsApp also three platforms are there. So you can access it as a web WhatsApp like this, and you can install it as a Windows application. Let's say web WhatsApp. Okay. So the web WhatsApp is also available. So you can install this web WhatsApp as a Windows application, or similarly you can have in your mobile. So we are not asking any customer to use only on specific platform. Based on their convenience, they are using in a different platforms. If the WhatsApp is launching, they are not asking to use in your mobile only. But as per my convenience, I use on any of the platform. Okay. So that much of accessibility we need to give it to the customer while using that particular applications. Okay. So you understood little bit like what is software. So if you can able to explain what are the softwares are available, then you are good. Okay. So on these application softwares, you need to perform the testing. Okay. So what is meant by testing now? So you have different softwares available in the market. So I said one sentence, without doing testing, no software is going to the production. The customer cannot use the application without going to the QA cycle. Quality analyst should certify this software is working as expected. So you can send it to the customer. So we are the approvers of the project from development stage to customer usage stage. Okay. So what is meant by testing now? So I'll simply I can say in one sentence, testing is nothing but it's a verification between you are doing the verification between what actual versus expected. So now you need to get found out what is actual and what is expected. Okay. So what the customer is expecting and what the developer has been implemented, both should be matched. Then only you can say the testing has been passed. Yeah, output. If any mismatch between the customer asked things and the programmer has been developed, if any mismatch, then we will say the testing was failed. You are ordering something by going outside, any jewelry or the clothes, but it was not meeting your expectation. It was came, but whatever you have expected, it was not like that. What you will do? You will reject it. Okay, you will return that particular product. Same way, if comes to the software is coming to the QA side, if it is not matching with the expectations of the customer, whatever the developer has been implemented, you simply reject that build. It is not meeting with the customer expectation. Okay, coming to customer expectation, what I would say the customer expectations are, take this particular example of Amazon website. Okay, this is my Amazon. For example, I am doing the sign. So for Amazon, what is the expectation of this login page? So if I am entering the correct mobile number, it should go to the password screen. This is what my expectation of the Amazon login screen. So this is the expectation. So if I have entered correct number but I was unable to go to the password screen, that is the issue. Okay. So if I have entered the wrong number, okay, if I click on continue, this is the second case. So if I have entered wrong mobile number, if I click on continue, invalid mobile number, this is the expectation, which means this is the correct scenario. If the customer is entering the invalid data, the clear error message should say that then the customer can able to understand, okay, I'm doing something wrong. Okay, so it is accepting not only the mobile number, it is also accepting the email ID. So if I start the data with the this particular letters alphanumeric data, and if I am clicking on continue, so what is the expectation? Email address, which means the error message has been changed now from the mobile number error message to email number mobile is changed, which means the input I have changed it from mobile number to the alphanumeric data, which means it is considering it as an email. Guys, following? Okay. So based on your inputs, the output messages is getting changed. The expectations of the customers is getting changed. Okay. So this is what you have to check. So if I'm checking with the blank field, so it is asking either you can enter mobile number or you can enter the email address. So this is what it is expecting if you have entered the blank data. Okay, so this is what I'm saying, it is expectation. In when any one of the case it is not giving that particular expected output, and it is allowing if you have entered the invalid data also, then you have a issue in your application. It is a bug, it is a issue. So this is my expectation. The same expectation should be reached once the developer has been delivered the bill. It is already well tested application, that's why you don't face any issues. But whenever the application has been created freshly, then you will see lot of issues, whatever the expectations is the customer is expecting. So that is what I am saying it as a testing. So verification between your expected result and actual result is what I am saying it as a testing. Okay, you have to do this on your software, whatever the software you are working on. That is what software testing. Okay, but the testing also can be done in two ways actually. Either you can do in a manual way, so that is what manual testing we will be calling it as. Second, you can able to do it in a automation way. Okay, that is what we will be calling it as a automation testing. The testing you can perform in two ways: manual testing and then automation testing. What is the difference between these two? Okay, so this is your software. Okay, if a manual tester is performing the testing of the application, let's say he is the tester, so he didn't use any scripts to validate this particular application, he is directly accessing the application. So how I have access now? Okay, I am opening the browser and I am entering the Amazon website, and I'm clicking on this sign in button with my mouse and keyboard action. I'm entering the data and I'm validating what is the output is coming. So this is what I'm saying manual. So whatever the steps I did now, okay, I am converting that steps into test scripts. So in middle, this tester is changing the flow. Whatever he is trying to do manually, he is converting that all steps into test scripts, and this test scripts is verifying the software which is working correctly or not. Okay, that is what I am calling it as a automation testing. Okay, so I use the test scripts. So how I have implemented the test scripts? Sorry. Yeah, sure. So manual testing is nothing but you understood whatever the expected. Okay, you need to verify the login. That is what the tester is manually testing each and every point. Coming to automation, so you are converting all the steps. For example, you need to launch the website. For launching of that particular website, I am converting it to test script. Second step, I need to enter my URL, that is amazon.in. That is my entering of URL. That is what I am doing it manually. I am entering amazon.in. But that entering of URL after launching browser, URL entering also I am converting into test script. Okay. So I need to click on sign in button. You need to click on sign in button to validate the sign in functionality of the Amazon. So that is also scripted. Again, I need to enter the first email ID or mobile number. So entering of the email or mobile. So whatever the steps you did, you have verified manually. If these all scripts has been converted into automation, then we are saying that as a automation testing. So we will use some IDEs. This is integrated development environments. So there we will be converting that all manual steps into automation scripts is what I am saying it as a automation test. So now what will happen? Whatever the scripts you have written, you will simply run that particular scripts to run your program. So you will simply run this particular application. Then what will happen, your application will be executing all that particular steps, and you can ensure whether that application is working correctly or not. Let me open any of the page and we'll see. So if you run this particular application, your browser will be launched automatically and everything. So if you see, we are getting one issue because we need to update the browser. Just give me 1 minute. I'll update the browser information so that you can see how the automation is happening. Okay. So no worry, I'll explain everything. But for the showcase purpose, I'll show you how you are going to execute the things. Okay. So what is happening is, if you see this particular page, so let me show it again. So if you observe, so after Eclipse, one particular window will be open. Okay, if you run it as a Java application, so one new browser is launching. What is that browser? Chrome browser has been launched. So I have opened this particular application, some tus.io. So for resume upload, there will be a one website actually. So we have opened this, and automatically we have captured one of the file and we have uploaded something. So if you show this particular, if you see this particular execution again, so it is executing fastly. So if you observe, your browser is launched first and URL has been entered, and it will be clicking on one particular choose file, and you are choosing one of the file on the file explorer from my local system, and then I'm attaching that particular file to this particular. So I'm not doing anything, I'm not clicking anything, right? I just run this particular program, and everything is getting automatically running. If you simply run this page, this particular script, everything is going automatically. So that is what we are saying it as a automation testing. If all the steps the manual tester is performing, that is what we are saying it as a manual testing. If you are converting that all steps into the scripts, we are calling it as a automation testing. Okay. So for writing the test scripts, what we are using is, we are using Selenium tool, and the Selenium can be able to combine with multiple programming languages. So if you are comfortable with Java, then write Java based Selenium script, or you can write with the C sharp, .NET you can write, or C++ you can write, or Python you can write. So or you can write the Ruby. So whatever the programming languages are available, everything you can able to use it, and you can able to implement it. We have lot of programming languages which are supporting with the Selenium: Ruby, Perl, Rex, VB scripting, okay, Java scripting. Everything will be supported with the Selenium. So Selenium is a tool to implement that test scripts. Whatever the script I have written, for implementing that particular script, Selenium is helpful. Okay. So when I started the career before 12 years or 13 years back, that QTP tool was there. So QTP is a licensed one, and also the QTP, by using QTP tool, you can write only VB scripting. Not other programming languages will not be supported with the QTP tool. So QTP only combined with the VB scripting, and you can write the automation script. That time we use this one, but this is a licensed one. Coming to Selenium, the Selenium is a freeware. Okay, Selenium is a free, so you can access it directly from the Google, and then you can write whatever the programming language is supported for you. But the best market standards, the best combination is Selenium with Java is the best suitable combination. So somewhat Java is difficult, it is having the hooks concept and the structure. Coming to all other programming languages, So Selenium with Python is also is trend in the market, but compared to Java, Python is easy. So we will be going with Java with Selenium. So coming to Java also, I'll be going to start with from ABC. So everything, the basics, from the basics onwards, I will be starting with Java. How much it is required for our automation scripting, that all core Java concepts I am going to cover in our course duration. Okay, core Java, which includes all the basics, all loops concepts and the control structures, and then our oops concepts, everything will be covered with the Java concepts. So if you learn my Java classes, you will be more comfortable with Java in a simple way, and you can able to implement the script by using the Selenium tool, so that you can able to do the automation. First of all, what is the necessary for automation testing actually? So the necessary for automation testing is, for example, if the developer has changed a small change, everything is working, but if you are giving the blank data, you are not able to see this error message, for example. Or in this particular error message, a small text message or small spelling mistake is there. So what you will say, okay, the mobile number spelling is wrong, so that is the issue. You will say to the development team. It might be the functional, it might be the UI related issues also you can give. So if you say the spelling mistake is wrong in this particular thing, what the developers will do? The developers will give the new build to you by rectifying this particular mobile number spelling mistake. Then what is the QA responsibility? Again, you need to test all the test cases for this particular build, because due to modification of this particular issue, there might be some other issues will come by fixing this particular issue. So we can't ensure what the developer is changing. So every time if you are getting a new build, every time you need to execute all the test cases again, which means you need to test all the scenarios, all the cases multiple times. To remove that repetitive task from the testing team, we are converting that into scripts. Whenever you got a new build, you will simply run the suite. Whatever the new things they have changed, that we will test it manually. That is the importance of the automation testing in the companies. Okay. Any doubts till this point from anyone? Sushant or Yuvraj or Anu? Yeah. So I'll explain what is Appian. But till now you are good, right? Whatever we have covered till now, it is good. I will explain what is Appium and where it will come. Okay. So if you are good with this, then I will explain what are the course content we are going to cover. So if you see the Selenium with Java only suitable for automating the website automation. So if you see, the limitation of the Selenium is it can't able to automate the Windows. So say, by using Selenium with Java, you can automate websites. Coming to Windows applications, we need to take the other applications help. Either you can use robot class from Java, or we have WinApp driver in the market. You can use the WinApp driver for doing the automation of your window based applications. Okay. So we will learn how to do the Windows automation also. I'm not only going to cover with Selenium with Java for website automation. We will be also covering how to do the automation of Windows applications and the mobile application. Coming to manual testing, for all type of platforms, manual testing is same. We will be verifying manually. But coming to automation, there will be a change in the tools usage. Websites will be covered with Selenium with Java. Windows will be covered with robot class or WinApp driver. So there will be a licensed one also there, but we are not going to cover. So coming to Windows automation, we need to use this Appium tool. So Appium is a tool to do the automation of mobile application. For doing the mobile application automation, we are taking the help of Appium tool. Got it? So mobile application will be done by using the Appium tool. Okay. So not only with Appium, but we will be taking the help of Selenium and Java also for doing the automation of your mobile applications. Okay. So got it? I think who asked this? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Yuras. So Appium is the tool to automate the mobile application. So in any testing course, they will only cover the Selenium with Java for website automation. But from my side, I'll take 2 weeks of time extra for covering the Windows automation and mobile automation, because this time will help us to your entire career. Whenever you get a chance to work with mobile automation or Windows automation, you can say yes. Because if you have some base how to do the Windows and mobile automation, so you can clearly say to your HR, I have the knowledge in mobile and Windows. So whenever you get a call from HR, so you need to say you know everything. So that is our concept of covering all the things in the course duration. Okay. So coming to this course duration, and then what are the topics we are going to cover is, coming to your manual testing, we are going to cover, so somewhat theoretical concepts only cover under the manual testing for 15 to 20 days. So you need to listen, because if you understand that manual topic, then only you can able to do the automation. For doing automation, manual is very, very, very important. Compared to automation testing, manual testing is a little bit tough actually. So you need to think logically in a multiple ways. Coming to automation, the scripts you need to implement, the coding is simple only. Okay. So as a part of manual testing, I am going to cover types of SDLC. SDLC is nothing but development life cycle, software development life cycle, how software will be implemented. Okay, 1 minute, guys. Sorry. Okay, so coming to manual testing, we are going to discuss about the software development life cycle in a company's, how software will be implemented. So you need to understand the process of development of a new software. Okay, so I will explain different types of SDLC process from first generation, second generation, and third generation. The current market is using the Agile Scrum process. Okay, so this Agile Scrum process is the most important thing the entire market is using. So you need to understand by using Agile Scrum process how the development will be done. Once you understand the Agile Scrum process, now you need to understand in how many stages or in how many phases we are going to do the testing. Okay, stages or phases or levels of testing. In how many levels you can able to do the testing based on your development life cycle. Okay, and finally you need to understand the STLC, software testing life cycle, how testing will be done, how we will start it, how we will end it, in middle what the things we will consider for saying okay, I am done with the complete testing. Okay, so that is what you need to understand under the STLC cycle, software testing life cycle. Okay, these are the four different topics I have taken, but these topics will be covered your entire manual testing things along with one real time project exercise also. So coming to your manual testing, you need to write the test scenarios and test cases. So I will be giving the requirements and we will practice one project how to do the testing life cycle. Okay, that will be covered under the manual. So coming to automation, everything you need to do practically. Without practice, nothing will be done. So everything we will consider some projects or some applications, and we will practice everything in a automation way by using some writing scripts and all. Okay, coming to automation, what are the content we are going to cover is, we will cover Java first. So Java is mandatory for writing the script, so I will cover entire Java topics whatever it is required for our automation. Once Java is covered, we are going to go with the Selenium classes, then your website automation will be completed. Coming to Windows, based on time, I will take the robot or the Winamp driver and I'll explain how to do the automation of your window-based application. What are the window-based application? This file explorer, this notepad, this Word document, this Eclipse, everything are the window-based applications. Okay, and I'll taking the Appium classes for covering the mobile-based application. So we will do the automation of some 2 to 3 apps so that you will get the clarity. So after that you need to practice the things. Okay. So this will cover our entire softwares in the market, and then we are able to do the automation of multiple platform applications also. Okay. After covering these things, I am going to cover with framework part. So this is very important if anyone is going with experience or as a fresher. So you need to understand in a high level in companies how the framework will be done. Framework is nothing but, so you need to run all the cases at once. So you have 100 test cases written. You need to verify the 100 steps. Every step should be executed in one shot. So you need to follow one framework structure which you can able to run all the test cases at once. For that you need to understand the Maven project structure that I will explain. And then you need to understand the page object model. This is a design pattern. These are new names, but you can understand while I am explaining. And you need to understand the TestNG framework also. Okay. So this you need to understand for the framework concept, and I will explain the Git also. It's like a repository. It's like a code storage that I will explain. Okay, and then you need to understand the Jenkins flow. This is for the CI/CD. Don't worry, all the new names, but I'm going to cover. So if you understand all these topics, so for your entire career, so you don't need to think about your back. So you can able to take the application, you can able to work on. Okay. So time is not constraint. We will start it and we are going to cover it. So maybe if I take 1 hour or 1.5 hour, 2 hours based on the topics we are going to cover. Based on the timing, I will adjust that one within the 2 months of duration. But compulsory, we need to cover all these topics to understand what is the testing from end to end. That is what we are focusing on. Okay. So apart from all these, additionally, I am going to explain the API testing by using the Postman tool, and I will give you the some basic testing of the SQL query languages, because for doing the database testing, SQL queries are important. So I am going to cover the database testing and API testing also. So how it will come, where it will come, I will explain tomorrow about the API and SQL part. But this is our course content we are going to cover. Coming to manual, coming to automation. So this is our additional topic. Okay. So I'm saying again, manual will be theoretical for this particular three topics. Coming to STL, so you'll get something to practice it as a real-time project. But 10 to 15 days we will be covering the process how you need to follow. Okay. As a tester, it is mandatory to understand the flow and to understand the process of development lifecycle. Okay, that we will be starting at the starting. Okay, so this is the course content we are going to cover. So if you have any doubts, whatever I have explained so far, then you can ask. So the timing will be 11 o'clock. If you have need any further clarification, you can ask me now, and then you can ask the front end team also. Okay, so apart from this, I'll give one suggestion for all the guys. What is that? So don't wait till the completion of the course and try for the application of the jobs. I'll give a resume format in two ways. One is after completion of manual, I'll give one resume. Because only for manual testing also a lot of opportunities are there in the market. You can try for only manual or only for automation or combination of manual and automation. So there are a lot of cases the people has been got opportunity to work as a manual tester. That time also I have shared the resume for only manual. So once we started with automation and we are done with some 20 classes or 30 classes, then we'll give the combination of manual plus automation resume. Okay. So start it once you are learning. Then if something is coming new and you are unable to express to the HRs or the interviews, so I'll be helping you like how to answer and how to attempt for the interviews and the HR calls. So if you are thinking like after completion of manual and automation topics, I will try for the jobs, it will be a lagging. So you will spend 2 months and you will say, I'll practice 1 month, whatever the topics I have covered, and then I'll try for the jobs. Don't do like that. So try attempt. So take the risk. So 1 or 2 interviews, if you are unable to explain, maybe due to your lack of practice, after that you will get some passion. You need to understand and you need to practice, and then you will be able to attempt for the interview. So follow this pattern. So resume type of kind of help I will be providing. So no worries about like how to apply, how to prepare the resume, how to approach the Naukri or the different websites. I will explain some other websites also how to apply the jobs and all. Because final target is ours is getting a job. For getting a job, what are the things we need to do? First, understand the content. Second thing, communication. Third thing, resume preparation, and then how to. So take a target as a step by step so that you can able to accomplish that. So join the classes, you have to listen very carefully, and then you have to practice after completion of the class. So if it is a manual, you need to spend at least half an hour is sufficient, because I'm giving 1 hour explanation, and running notes also I will be providing. So if you are able to take it, it is fine. Otherwise, high level with all the content I will be providing the notes also. So just to practice at least for half an hour or to 1 hour for manual. But coming to automation, you need to practice at least 1 hour per day to get that concept in hand. Okay, and be interactive in the class, communicative in the class. Whenever I'm asking, you have to interact, because if you have the knowledge only 50%, but if you have the communication with that, you can able to fulfill the 100% of your job requirement. You know 100% content with you, but you are not expressing, it will be a zero. If you have only 50% content and you are expressive, you are able to communicate, it will be 100%, because companies will see the communication also. That is very mandatory thing. Okay, start practicing now onwards with your roommates or with your friends, whoever able to understand. So just try to practice in English, so that your communication also will be improved. Okay, so it's not like a classroom kind of thing, which means teacher or student kind of thing. It's like a simple knowledge transfer. Whatever I know so far, I'm just transferring in a simple way. It's not like a school or college kind of thing. So you are learning things in a professional way, not like a kids wise. Okay, so you are grown up, so you are trying for the jobs. So be attempt to and think on that particular way. You are trying for that particular way. Okay, so whatever extra it is required, I'll give the full support. But you have to ask me, based on that I will be planning my things. Okay, so these are the things we are going to cover, and that is the part of resume support I am giving. So if anything you wanted to get clarification, then you can ask me now from anyone. Okay, Sushant or Yuvraj or Anu, you are clear, Dhanvita?
Yes.
PDF for the course content you are saying? Okay, I'll share it. Actually, it is already there in website, but I'll share it again. I will create one WhatsApp group after two demo classes. Then I will share everything, that content and then all the things. Okay, notes and all. I don't know. Some issue is there with audio. So for today, just give me in the chat whatever the questions you have. Tomorrow we will check whether it is a Zoom issue or the laptop issue. But because before this class also I have joined one class, there is no audio. Maybe there is a link issue, the permission issue. So Yuvraj, you have asked if we do testing for any web app name excusing Selenium, and then we need to test the web app. Y script will be 60 to 70% same as some of the client expectation will be common for all web apps such as login, phase, etc. Yeah. So basically, Uraj, so we will be following the same framework, I would say. So what we will do is the element informations would be different, but the flow will be same. So if you see the Amazon application, so the website and the mobile, the flow is same, but maybe in website the element information is different, and mobile the element is information is different. So we can reuse the same code by just changing the element interaction for the websites and the mobile. That we can able to do in the same framework, we can able to achieve. Okay, if you have both Windows websites and mobile automation, so you can use the same framework, you can use the same logics and the same syntaxes, but by changing the simple information of the elements, we can reuse that code. That is possible. That is what I think your question. Yeah, yeah. So we can do that. Actually, for our application also, currently I don't have multi-platform, but once I tested, that time we have created the framework in such a way that it will be support with the three platforms. So same script will run, but based on that platforms, we will be changing the script. Okay, that will be possible. Any further doubts regarding any content or anything, or if you want to share any feedback or suggestions, also you can able to give it. Okay. But tomorrow we will be starting with the manual testing. Okay. So it's like a just demo. So we are just sharing what are the contents we are going to cover. So tomorrow also might be demo, and then after we will be starting with the real time manual testing topics. Anur, author, and Sushant, are we clear? If no doubts, we'll wrap the class here and then we'll join again tomorrow. Sorry,
Yes,
Sushant,
sir.
something
Okay.
audio issue, so you can chat me if you want to convey anything. I will check with the team why this audio is not coming. Okay, thank you. I'm considering it as everyone is clear. You are also clear, right? Yeah. Okay, then. Thank you. Thanks for joining. We'll meet again tomorrow, the same time at 11 o'clock. Okay? Okay. Thank you all. Bye.